So the presentation now of Chuck's 21 shirt to him as is raised into the rafters. The founding father of the Telford ice rink and the Telford Tigers, Chuck Taylor, first time in the building for over 25 years. He established the club here some 35 years ago and is now on the ice collecting a commemorative shirt as the fans stand on their feet to rapturous applause before we head ahead of the formalities and the national anthems ahead of this evening's game.
I have to say that it's the first time I've been nervous in a long time, but to come back to the rink was pretty good. It's nice to see it still here. I'm really humbled by the shirt being retired. It's a big part of my life for a long time, 24/7, 7 days a week. I know how much work goes into the club and all the people that are here to volunteer and continue to support everybody who's in the ring. It's really nice for my family to be here and all my friends tonight. My wife and my two boys. My boys were too young to see me play, so it's nice that I can see them actually accomplish something, which is nice. And also all my pals used to come in there when we played here. Meeting people tonight for a long time, it's been really good to see them. We'll be in the bar tonight, so if you're around, you want to say hello, come and say hello. I'd also like to make mention of my good friend Gary Newman who's here, because without Gary, I probably wouldn't stand here tonight. This support is really great.
Gary, of course, was the chairman of the club when Chuck set it up. It was Gary that came over from Solihull with Chuck to set up the club.
Not least, I have to thank my wife, Caroline, who's stood by me through all the good and bad times. And for that, I'm truly grateful. So thank you very much. Enjoy the game. And good luck, everybody.
Basingstoke put out to a cross-ice pass. Backhanded shot comes to the back post, and it was sent across by Norcliffe. And now the Tigers banked off the boards by Mitchell King. Comes in, lets the wrist shot go, and the first shot of the night falls to Austin Mitchell King with a shot into the body of Metten, who frees it down for a stoppage in play. And Basingstoke keeping the pressure on. Defence leaving the footing now, and it's driven down the left side by Rose. Puts it in on the backhand, gets across. Metten gets a tap to it, goes behind the net. Jack Watkins pressures it up, sent down the boards by McKinnon. Just in front of me, Fielder steps in, gets ahead of Bird on the play. Big hit from McKinnon behind the net on Martinek. Shot comes in, pad save, it's down, the puck's loose, and it's sent under. It's McKinnon that was right in front of the net, and he fired it underneath the body of Metten. The first shot comes in from the point, bounces down, lands to Thomas McKinnon. He gets a stick on it, forces it forward, almost flexing his stick, and the puck heads under the pads through the 5-hole of Metten to get the Telford Tigers off to the first score of the night on 1 minute 55 seconds. The rebound picked up by Thomas McKinnon, and first blood to the Tigers.
Yeah, we said earlier, if you get in front of that net, you can get some good rebounds, and exactly what happened. Picked up the rebound and found the 5-hole.
That's a perfect start for Tom Watkins' men, and does that put Basingstoke on the back foot? Jones takes it behind the net, backhands it off the glass, kicked down by Joe Aston, backhanded from Sam Watkins, back down to Aston, gets it in front of the slot, takes a deflection from Jones' stick. Doherty sends it through cross ice, but Sam Watkins intercepts, backhands it up ice, but it's caught in the air by Jay King. He plays it down, but Joe Aston finishes the hit. And interestingly, the Telford Tigers are finishing their hits, but Roberts goes down on the blue line, and a penalty has been assessed for hooking against the Telford Tigers. So the first power play of the night goes to the Basingstoke Bison. They were finishing their hits, they were going strong, and it was working for them. They were dispossessing and gaining possession of the puck, but Jake Price picks up a hooking penalty on the blue line. So Martinek drives into the corner, angled away from the puck into the boards from McKinnon, kept in by Baird, comes across 21, makes the shot. Brad Day makes the save. There's a bit of coverage there. Take a line change. Morris now carries it out for the Basingstoke, and he's got some wheels on him. He delays pass back to Baird. Baird now accelerates up, hits the halfway line, sends a shot on goal. Brad Day clutches it into his body for a stoppage in play. But that was Finley Howells gets a shot across. The save's made by Metten, but it comes down, and Fielder just tried to get his stick to it and almost got himself on the score sheet. Metten had the save, but didn't have the rebound of the puck. It just drifted in front of him, and Fielder couldn't quite get his twig on the puck to put it in the back of the net.
It's almost like he overskated it, didn't he?
Yeah, and that was, if that had been a goal, it'd be very similar to the first one, where Metten makes the save. The rebound comes out, but it's on show. And if I was Rose puts the puck round the wall. Goes up to Mitchell King. Shot comes across, takes a pad save. Bit of an untidy change from the Tigers now. Silverthorne puts the puck down in front of the bench. Kept in. Basingstoke try to clear it out to neutralise. Mitchell King in on the break, puts it on the backhand. Tries to pull across, taken off his feet by Tate. And a power play coming. There's a penalty coming. Both referees have got that one. Basingstoke push the puck through. Beautiful pass, and there's those three line passes. Comes in, shot goes wide to the left-hand side of the post. And great passing there from Milton and Harding, moving the puck well. Those are those sort of structured passing offensive I was talking about missing from Basingstoke, and that was nice to see that they were passing the puck and moving it. Comes across the front, a shot comes in, Hopkins drops up, and there's some pushing and shoving going on between Dewey and Hopkins. He's only a young lad, but he's holding his weight, and there's a bit of a kerfuffle in the corner now as they push and shove against the puck, and a penalty's being called.
I think they thought he's given a little bit of a jab.
Dan Mitchell's heading to the box with no gloves on. That speaks 1,000 words right there. But standing up for his younger teammates. Dispossesses Basingstoke as they carry it over the blue line. They're onside in the end zone. Tate gets a shot away and tries to get a deflection from Doherty in front of Day. Day makes the save. Doherty couldn't get any wood to it, and if he hadn't done it, deflected. Doherty's looking to screen the netminder. Shot comes in from Tate once again, frozen down by Brad Day. Great work from the netminder. Good hustling between the defenseman and the offensive play. Clearly, the strategy from Basingstoke is Doherty in front of the netminder, screening him, trying for a tip-in. Tate makes a shot. Silverthorne taken off his feet. There's a bit of pushing and shoving in the corner there. Shot comes in from the point. It's rattling around. Silverthorne gets on the rebound, swings at the puck, goes wide to the right of the net, outside the back of the net. Plant up this time to Oliver. Gets a shot away. Mitchell King falls to his feet. The puck's still in the end zone. Oliver shoots again. Comes off Metham. Mitchell King on the rebound, puts it in. And once again, Metham makes the save. Mitchell King picks up the rebound, uses the long reach of his stick, fires it into the right-hand corner of the goal. Metham was on the floor after making them a save against the right post. Mitchell King comes across the front of his body and tucks it in on the right post. And that's goal number 2 for the Telford Tigers. And if I was the netminder, I'd be chewing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You spoke about it in the period break. You know, that second effort. The defender's got to move the puck away. But, you know, very worthwhile goal.
Again, support from Oliver comes across, and both defensemen working well. One standing up, one coming in support to pick up that loose puck. Plant tries to feed it through to Mitchell King. He cycles it in off the boards. Tate backhands it round in front of the bench. It'll get as far as Oliver. He stops the puck. It ricochets off his skate. A backhand into the bench and deflects down now. A drive forward from Wilson for Basingstoke. Switches sides and an offside call. Tate winds up for the shot, and it looked like it was 19 that come across Pett. There's a bit of dissatisfaction that Tate made that shot. Arguably, some players would say after the whistle. So that dissatisfaction is shared with Ashley Tate against the boards. I think it was probably in the action of the shot when the whistle was blown, but he finished the shot.
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
Upset the defenseman. And now a drive forward, this time down the left wing from Norcliffe. Puts the brakes on, delays, carries across, gets a shot away. And that was a nifty little play there from Stamford. He was in front of the netminder. The puck dropped to his feet. He tried to spin it round and put a backhand underneath, but Brad Day had the angles covered. Now Plant on the offensive, into the corner, direct into the boards by Norcliffe. Plant tries to walk it round, tries to get it in front to Mitchell King, but the puck drifts on, and this time it's been skated out by Harding. Goes down the left side, and the play comes in from Danny Rose. He's going to get a penalty for it, though. I don't know whether he's going to get a clipping or something like that. He took the body out, and as he took it, as opposed to being a clean hit coming in from the ribs, what he did is he came in low and he stood up and elevated it through. So I'd be interested to see what the call is. He's going as tripping because he took his legs out, and it's because he stood up and went through the player rather than just putting the hit in and allowing him to skate over and hit the nose. He's got the puck, makes use of it. You know, often younger players will panic, and that experience that he's got and confidence in his own play. Fielder makes a shot there off the post and pings across. He picked up the loose puck, and you saw him sort of, again, that annoyance you see in a player's face. Oh, it's a rocket of a shot, and it just deflected off the post. This time, Goodison's trying to swing round. Basingstoke on the break now. Roberts driving down the right side. Switches sides, tries to pull it through, gets the shot into the body of Brad Day and held up there by Jack Watkins, putting the brakes on, holding the player up, gets the shot through. And passes up ice. Plant in there, working so strong on his stick as well. Try to move it across. Puck's loose, Plant again, battling, backhanded round from Basingstoke, walking from Jones.
Good little stick.
Adam Jones has played well for Basingstoke this game, but they've drawn a penalty and it's a slashing penalty. I think it's going against, might be going against Rick actually.
Yeah, because I thought that was quite a good little defensive swing poke check.
Yeah.
The penalty kills have been great so far. And there is another one, straight out.
Met him. Sets up the play, Jones picks it. Jones has got to be tired. He was out there for a good minute and a half before this power play kicked in. And I think that's the difference with a slightly larger bench putting pressure on Basingstoke and making them cough up the puck. A walk in this time from 94, comes across the front. Roberts shoots. Bradday makes the save, and again, this is so predictable, isn't it? The power play is take, cross ice. And when you look at the depth, you've got a 4-line long bench, you've got some experienced guys, and you've got some young guys working hard, and that combination works so well. If you've only got 3 lines, even if you've got young guys, they're getting ground down. Martinek on the backhand, puts it up into the boards. Again, the defence coming deep as McKinnon
Because you look at the guys out
pushes
there now.
down.
Fresh line has not been out for a while. And
Dan Mitchell comes out from the bench. Tries to grind him down, shot comes in, Bradday makes the save, considers playing the puck, but offensive play comes in from Bays. Fielder out there. Rose taps it up, takes a deflection, Morris passes through to the right side, it's in the air, he has to kick it down. You know, you've got to be tape to tape to keep that rhythm of that offensive play driving forward. That one's picked out the air this time. Finley Howells loses his foot in switching sides. Still gets the pass through. Watkins walks in, shoots and scores in the top left-hand side where you keep the peanut butter. Finley Howells goes into the corner, loses footing, falls over from the floor. Backhand tap, picked up. Jack Watkins drives through, and that's a full set. 3 periods, 3 goals. Jack Watkins on what? Is that 17 minutes or 19 minutes? 17 minutes,
17 minutes.
About 41 seconds. A fantastic play there from the Telford Tigers, all generated from Finley Howells falling over.
It almost created the play without realising.
It really did. And that was the first, and fair play to Metham, that was the first shot that found its way directly into the net without a rebound.
I'm guessing you were quite pleased with tonight's performance.
I was really pleased. I was really pleased with the result. I was really pleased with, great to get a shutout. We haven't had one of those for a long time. I thought defensively we were really switched on and alert. I think the big thing tonight, that second period onwards, we played the right way. We came out with the right commitment. We played with a ton of energy and some desire, which was great to see.
And organisationally, I mean, last time you played Basingstoke, the score was the other way round. You always seemed in control of the game. It seemed like that the offensive forecheck was really working. The work rate and the depth of the lines made a real difference.
I think without Weaves, Scott and Andy, I think that's a huge result tonight.
Yeah.
A couple of guys playing more minutes than they've played of late. I thought the young guys again were pivotal. You know, they showed a lot of promise. Brad was solid. I think as a team, though, you know, we got the job done. It's great to snap a losing streak. We've lost 2 games. We picked up a point, but we haven't been great at home. And I think finding a way to be comfortable and confident in this building is absolutely key, and hopefully tonight we did that. I wasn't pleased with our first period. I was pretty critical of the guys, but you know, the big thing for me was they answered the bell, and they took the criticism as a positive.
And the intensity on the forecheck was noticeable. They were turning plays over, and on some occasions Basingstoke were unable to get the puck out their own end, and that must be quite a positive from the bench to think that you can turn it over in their end, let alone the neutral zone.
We've got our work teams. You know, we might not be the most gifted, we might not be the most talented offensively, but you can create a lot of offence off turnovers from forechecks. But you can't do that if you're not prepared to move your feet and finish sticks or lead with sticks. And we did that. Second period onwards, I cannot fault the boys. Like I say, first period I wasn't very happy. I felt we were very deep all the time, and we were allowing Basingstoke to take a lot of pucks to the net. second, third, I was dead pleased.
And great to see Chuck, the founding father of the Telford Tigers, here in the rink tonight to see that performance.
We've been trying to get Chuck back for a number of years now, and it was great to see him, great to see his family, great to see a lot of his friends still upstairs in the bar, his old teammates. And good to see a lot of fans that perhaps haven't been as well in the building for some time. I spoke to Chuck, I think it was the first time he's been back to Telford since he left, which is obviously a long time ago, and this place has changed, obviously for the better. But no, pleasure to have him, pleasure to have his family, delighted we've been able to honour and show the respect that he deserves as a player and a person for the work he did with the Tigers. And I think by putting Chuck's name up there, we honour a few of the other guys as well, Gary Newbon and all those people that were committed to the sport way back when.
And I had a chat with Chuck. Let's find out what he had to say. What's it like being back in the rink after 25 years?
Well, it was a nice experience. It was a bit humbling with the occasion. I mean, it's a really nice gesture from the club, and I'm delighted to come back. I thought they played great tonight. They kind of had a few butterflies before I came in because walking in the rink again, but. No, it's been really good. Really enjoyed it.
And it's interesting, isn't it, as well, when you haven't seen the game for a while, to see how much the game has changed and progressed to how it used to be.
Yeah, the only thing I would say, everybody, is good technically or whatever. Not as rough as I remember it.
Not as much as rough as you were.
No, there's some good checks tonight. I thought Telford hit a few guys good, which is good. But it's not. There was no. It's not. It's quicker in the sense of because nobody's getting hit as much.
Yeah.
It's not as much physical.
And that was very much a game plan, wasn't it? In the early days of the Tigers, every team knew when they travelled to Telford they were going to get hit.
They were going to get hit. Yeah. Well, that was the whole point, isn't it? Anybody has the puck, hit them, and then take the puck off them and go down the other way. So I mean, that was really. I mean, that's hockey as I knew it. I mean, obviously it's changed in 30 years, which every game evolves, and we just have to expect that. But it's I mean, as far as entertainment value, very good.
And who'd have thought when you came here for the first time that some almost 40 years later that the teams would still be going, some of the kids that watch their first games and watch you and Budsy and the like play the games. I mean, other than Carl, who's still here, I mean, we can't get rid of him.
Yeah.
But in reality, it really set up a legacy within the game, and there were characters like yourself at other rinks, like the Steffens down in Slough and McNaughton down in... And it made a real difference and escalated. It was sort of groundbreaking in its time, wasn't it?
Well, it was. It was all new, and it was something that was exciting because it hadn't been here before. So it was an exciting time in hockey, exciting for everybody who came to watch it. And I am absolutely delighted that the club's still going and the legacy continues, because I put 9 years of my life into this, my heart and soul, and to come back and see it still going strong is a real delight to me.
And it must be fantastic as well to see some old friends. And I was reading some of the write-ups that Roy Williams made particularly. Yeah. And it's touching how much of a part you play in the heart of British ice hockey and the sponsors and the towns, even people remembering the logo on milk bottles and stuff.
Yeah. No, well, we worked hard at everything in those days. But I mean, it's quite humbling, all the things that people have said, because there's been some enormously kind words said about me in the program and on social media and stuff, and I'm truly grateful for that. I don't think of myself like that, but it's nice, really nice, and I've been delighted with everything really tonight, and for the club to put my jersey up there is a real honour.
Thank you very much, Chuck, and
cheers.
Welcome back to Telford.
Thank you.